All right, Shalom, Markham. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Shemel Shabbat, Shemakar, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. A peace of salutation to you, brothers, doing this work in sincerity and in truth. The hope for elect, the brothers waiting every day patiently for Yahweh, Shemel Shah to return so we can get out this place. Peace of salutation to you, brothers, man. Right, this place is falling apart, man. All right, this place is not going to survive. This is I guess, an article from the Barons. All right. It says White House is telling federal agencies to prepare for a shutdown. All right. It says the White House will be telling federal agencies Thursday to begin preparing for a government shutdown as Congress spars over the debt ceiling and the government funding. The Washington Post reported, unless Congress passes a funding bill by September 30th, the federal government will face its first shutdown during the pandemic, fifth shutdown in the span of a decade. All right, so it's more reading, but they want you to subscribe and pay. Not doing all that. All right, so and they still have three. So how do you think about this? How do they have enough money to spend to get ready to spend $3.5 trillion if they can't keep the government open? All right. So they already I got one video, and basically one of the I guess the leader of the I don't know who this woman is. I don't know the name of this woman, but I'm gonna just bring the video up real quick.
Yeah, it's going to be an even longer week next week, Becky, because Congress still does not have a clear plan for avoiding a showdown over government funding and the debt ceiling ahead of next week's deadline. Now, the Senate is scheduled to vote Monday on a bill that would fund the government through December 3rd and suspend the debt limit through 2022. But that is destined to fail amid Republican opposition. Still, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi promised a shutdown would not happen, and she seemed to hint that Democrats could be willing to strip that debt limit increase out of their bill in order to keep the lights on.
It's a very bipartisan bill underneath the debt ceiling, so we don't think it will really be any problem to pass the legislation.
But her spokesman would not clarify if that's really what she meant. Democratic leadership also created confusion yesterday when they announced an agreement between the two chambers in the White House on a framework for the tax provisions in their big spending package. However, other lawmakers said the menu of options is pretty much the same as it was before. Now, a person familiar did tell me there's strong support for setting the top individual rate at 39.6%, capping mega IRAs, and ending the deduction for conservation easements. But guys, that is just the tip of the iceberg, and there are still a lot of big decisions left to be made.
Yeah.
All right, so just some of these things that we look at as America's falling, man. All right, so I'm gonna just go get some scriptures. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get one more and pause this video real quick.
Shutdown next week because lawmakers are at odds over the federal budget.
Our Washington correspondent Alexandra Lamond reports either Republicans or Democrats will have to back off of their positions to avoid disaster. Good morning, Alexandra.
Hey there, good morning. And right now we are watching a battle of the wills play out on Capitol Hill. And like you said, either Democrats or Republicans are going to have to back off of their position in order to avoid not just one crisis, but two. In less than a week, parts of the federal government will start to run out of money and shut down. Lawmakers have the power to avoid that scenario, but so far have failed to do so.
They want to raise $5 trillion and spend in the next month. You have a maxed out credit card, and they want to get a new limit to go max out another one.
The U.S. House passed a bill that would raise the debt ceiling and keep the government open without Republican support.
It's quite appalling because when Republican presidents were there, we always had bipartisan support for that.
The fight is headed to the Senate next, where Republicans could sink the bill, prompting both a government shutdown and a default on U.S. loans, something that could greatly impact Americans and the services they receive from the government and possibly damage the overall American economy.
Republicans won't agree to pay our past bills, the debts we owe. Give me a break.
Republicans refused to vote in favor of raising the debt ceiling because they oppose Democrats' proposed agenda that aims to spend $3.5 trillion on green energy investments and measures like universal preschool and child care subsidies for lower-income families. But that spending plan is in danger of failing anyway because not all Democrats are on board. Still, Republicans say they'll oppose raising the debt ceiling on principle.
They want to tax, borrow, and spend historic sums of money without our input. They'll have to raise the debt limit without our help.
They can do it if they want to do it, and they should, but I'm certainly not going to help them do it.
Now, while Democrats technically have the ability to raise the debt limit on their own, they don't actually have the votes to be able to accomplish that right now because they can't reach an agreement with members of their own party on that spending plan that would make up the reconciliation package. Reporting live in Washington, Alexandra Limo.
All right, let's just get into it. All right, so now I'm not a great analyst, but I can tell you one thing I can see. If you ain't got the money, how you gonna spend it? All right. So, this is what this devil is in. It's gonna be a quick video because, hey, it's at the end of this thing, man. You can tell you. All right. So we're gonna go to I'll try. Let's go here. Let's go to Zephaniah 1:11 real quick. Zephaniah 1:11, it says, let's see real quick. It says, how you inhabitants of Mektesh, which is like a merchant, which is like Wall Street. It says, for all the merchant people are cut down and they bear silver are cut off. So the riches of the people, man, are all cut off, man. Let's get the word Mektesh real quick. All right. They say mortar and a hollow deep. A hollow valley, evidently a greater in Jerusalem area. So it was basically an area where they made money. Okay. All right. So you think about how, like the guy said in the video, he said, you got a maxed out credit card and you want to basically get more money out of this credit card. And you want to just unlimited spending. All right. So these are things that, hey, that's gonna tear down the system, all right, of this place, man. And the Heavenly Father got this thing going down, man. It says, verse 12, it says, and it shall come to pass at the time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leads. And you brothers that's out here, the guys that's out here that's just going willy-nilly, hey, man, that's why that's out here willy-nilly just going with anything. I just want to be a part of something instead of putting your parts in this, your whole heart in this, man. Okay, and the Heavenly Father, man, that's chilling out, all right? It says that say in their heart, the Lord would not do good, nor will he do evil. So that's what Jake do, all right? But we talking about Mektesh is a merchant city, all right? So which is the merchant city? America, Babylon, all right? Which is, going down as you see. All right, the debt is to the roof, man. Let's go to Habakkuk real quick. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2, and I guess I started 1. This says, all right, this is Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I will stand upon my watch, and that's what we're doing as prophets, man. And set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. And if the vision is set yet for an appointed time, man, because the Lord said, make it plain upon tables, man. So who runneth that readeth it, man. So make sure we're at the epitome of this time where we're at the. So the one who runneth through, the prophets go out there who read the word, man, that pushes this actual the things that's about to happen, the prophecies. Okay, it says for the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it surely will come, it will not tarry. So it's not gonna take long. You think now, but we're at the end of this whole thing. A lot of us was born in at least in the last 40 to 50 years between these times, all right? And now we got into this truth. We was hearing about it, but we really see it, all right? These things been prophesied from the prophets for a long time, man. From the days of old. It says, let me get that real quick. Let's see. I get Jeremiah and Isaiah mixed up on that verse. Let's see. I'll try this one real quick. Then I come back. God, it was Jeremiah 28. This says, the prophet that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. And yeah, we prophesied against this kingdom Babylon. All right. This kingdom Babylon is going down. You can see it, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me jump here real quick. Just want to do something real quick. All right. And here's a prophet when the prophet said, this is Revelation 18, I believe. This is after all these things. He said, after all these things, I saw another angel come down in heaven, having power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, Babylon the Great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, and behold, of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, man. So basically, it says, for all the nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are wax rich through the abundance of her delicacy. So all the nations came over to get rich, and also the nations lended this place money. All right. So a lot of, and what they did was they started, when they couldn't pay, they started adding more money like they doing now. So there's no money. There's no money just printing money now. All right. We can't just conjure up money. Money has to be basically made and circulated. That's why a silver coin, a dollar, a troy ounce of gold is over $1,700 now. All right. When it was $20 back in the 30s. Okay. All right. So you're getting the effects. This wave is coming down. So Babylon the Great is falling. All right. And it's all the nations coming. Every nation's come over here that has wealth. Like we got Elon. We got Elon. All the nations actually over here. So there's really nothing you explain. Okay, verse 4, it says, I've heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. So the plagues are what? The sickness, the perils, all right, and all the other things, all right. And ultimately, hey, well, the Lord gonna drop that hot rock on this place, right? It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities, right? Heavenly Father, like, this place is about to go down, and that's what he's doing. He's taking it out of commission. Let me jump here because the Most High is getting this already because he ain't trying to go out easy. Okay, he ain't gonna let this thing just be willy nilly. All right, he's not gonna just give up. All right. All right, especially you don't want Jake to prosper in this place. So that's why you still have killing the Jake. That's why you see death. That's why you still see our people looking stupid. All right, we never grew up with financial literacy, and no type of that. Hey, we didn't even grow up with them telling us who our power and who we were. All right, this says the bird of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon a high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And the gates of the nobles are our people, man, that's notable people, all right, or so-called notable, all right. All right, and it says, and I've commanded my sanctified ones, and I have called the mighty ones, and for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness, right? His elect, man, and his angels, man, all right. So, hey, those the ones he's calling, and that's what we're doing. Hey, that's why, hey, he getting this already. The dollar falling, all right, and because it was already explained in the spirit that it was gonna happen, man. All right, it says, verse 4. It says, the noise of the multitude in the mountains like of a great people and a tumultuous noise, all right? And the kingdom of nations gathered together, the Lord of hosts muster up the host of the battle. So the Most High dealing this, man. He controlling this thing. So everything that you see falling apart is already putting apart because he said it was going to happen. All right. They come and then it goes into something else. But I'm going to just go back to Jeremiah 28:8 real quick. Again. He said, the prophet before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And we even talk about the pestilences that's coming about, man. All right. You know, the stab and go, all the evil atrocities they did to Jake, the wars or the kingdoms that came against Jake, the people that was coming and what is to come. Okay. It says the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him. And hey, them guys, they gonna be looking for them prophets, man. All right. No matter if they hear or whether they forbear, they're gonna have to hear. They're gonna be like, man, no man said it. It was obvious, you know, that the Lord had the spirit on those men on the highways and byways. All right. Okay. It says, I guess it says then Hananiah the prophet took the yoke from off the prophet Jeremiah's neck and break it. So, you know, we're at the cusp of this thing, man. And we prophesying against many kingdom countries and everything, man, and telling you that this place is about to fall. All right, that this place is about to fall, and it's not about to come back. You see that they can't even get they got a deadline, and the deadline is very soon. It's like in a couple of days, all right, like 5-6 days, right, to come to the I believe the 30th of the month. Okay, so hey brothers, these prophecies are so true. Okay. I want to look for a scripture real quick. I believe it's in Daniel's. God, it was. Let's see. This is Daniel's. This is Daniel's chapter 2, verse 41. Daniel's 2 and 41. All right, so this is Daniel's chapter 2, verse 41. It says, and whereas they saw the feet and the toes, a part of the potter's clay and a part of iron, and the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron. Okay, for as much as you saw the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron, okay, and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And this is what this kingdom is, man. They let their tongue fall upon themselves, all right? And they have, you got the Snowden thing, you got all that other thing. So this place is crumbling. You can't put my iron and clay together. It's not going to stand strong, man. All right. And that's what it is. This is not a place that was never meant to hold its strength. All right. But it was ruthless. It was wrath. It was fierce. And that's where you get. That's how they got so far. And it was a greedy place. All right. So the Most High is going to take this out. All right. Plus, he got his people in there. It says, whereas thou saw the iron mixed with miry clay they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, and they shall not cleave one to another, as iron is not mixed with clay. So you can't mix it with clay. It says, in the days as these kings shall the heaven be set up of a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume, and all these kingdoms shall not kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So this talking about the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. So you can't mix my. So this is the status of America, man. Matter of fact, I need to start writing these scriptures down. All right. So, brother be trying to get his memory straight. Okay. This is So all right. So let's go back to Habakkuk. All right. Habakkuk chapter. We'll go also like it. Chapter 2. I'm going to start at 1 again. Matter of fact, now I'm going to start at 3. Says, for the vision is yet for a appointed time, all right? But at the end it shall speak in that line. We at the end, man. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. I'm talking about the so-called E, and or even the rest of the nations. But the just shall live by his faith. And that's what we got. We got faith of the Heavenly Father's promises that he said was going to happen. Hey, while this place is about to fall, we know it's going to fall because what the Lord said it. Because what? We just read the scriptures. I mean, that's the only way we can see it. See, verse 5 says, yeah, also, because he transgressed by wine, right? All these philosophies, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires hell. So, hey, he's a man. This man is on every facet, and he desires hell. All right, meaning he brings hell, and as in death, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. This devil will not be satisfied with nothing. Right? That's why he's called a vile man, Easy E. Right? So that's why you see this place, America, is about to fall or collapse, man. All right? It says, but gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. Isn't that America? All right? It's seen, I mean, even in, there's no place like this in the world. Even in Great Britain. It's a similar thing, but there's no place like America where everybody come to get rich. All right? That's why they say the nations were mad. They see they bamboozled, all right? They're going to shoot fire on the whore, all right? They're going to shoot it, all right? Now the other nations are being the guard. Russia is being the guard unto the other nation. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long for, and to him that laden himself with thick clay. All right, and thick clay, go to that word. Let's go to this word, laden. It says heavy, all right? And then let's go thick clay. The word is abadyat, all right? It says the weight of pledges, heavy debt. So this place is in a heavy debt. They trying to add 3.5 trillion and then make paper out of thin air, all right? They arguing over. That's why people be like, well, the Rothschilds did this and this. It was a statement that one of the Rothschilds said, or the Rockefeller said, the Rothschilds. He said he don't care about the laws, just let them handle the money. I just roughly paraphrased it. So you about to see this place collapse, man. Right? It's gonna be. That's when all it's gonna be none and void. You guys is out here trying to get rich. You better put your treasure in heaven, all right? Well, Morphin Rough does not corrupt, man. All right? All right? It says, because that's verse 7. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly to bite thee and awake, and shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booty unto them, because thou shalt spoil many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and the violence of the land of the city, of them that dwell therein. Woe to him that covereth with the evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, and that he may be delivered from the power of evil. All right. And it said, thou hast consulted shame to the house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul. So, hey, this place is about to be wrecked, man. All right. And the Lord is about to place this place under a permanent elimination. That's what elimination is. Permanent. Forever. Hey, we're the good case, Aki. Most High got this all together. You gotta call one, return message to one of the brothers just called me. So, hey, let's go to 11. It says, for the stones shall cry out, or the walls and the beams of the timber shall answer. Answer it. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood, that established the city by iniquity. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire of the people, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. All right, and the earth shall be filled with knowledge. So, and of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. So it's gonna happen for us. we're going to be in the good case, but this place is about to go down, man. The money system, everything. All right. It's going to be out of there. You can see at the beginning, they can't even make their mind up. Hey, so with that, really, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Peace, salutations to you, brothers. Shalom.